What's going on, everyone? Dom from the Game Looters here. Grab your favorite Pokemon partner and lock in. We have some brand new information from Pokemon Worlds. This comes from a hands-on impressions for Pokemon Legends ZA. Unfortunately, I'm not able to be in Anaheim this weekend, which really sucks. I am crying in Pokemon Center, but hey, I'm saving some money from not being there. But regardless, straight from Anaheim Worlds, this is the Pokemon Worlds Championship that's happening this weekend, where there's a demo for Pokemon Legends ZA that came out. What we have here is a video of everything that you missed from this Worlds demo. Huge thank you to Joe Merrick from Serebii, who was able to attend and provide us a lot of detail that I'm gonna go over here today about Legends ZA. Specifically, they got to play on the Nintendo Switch 2, and we have a detailed game impression. So again, grab that favorite Pokemon, lock in, and let's go over everything that you need to know about Pokemon Legends ZA that is new information from the demo. So first off, the ZA Royale Mode. Again, we've seen this a few times now, but this is a fresh take on trainer battles. The demo came in two parts. The first one was the ZA Royale. Think of it like a competitive gauntlet where you have to take down multiple trainers to earn points and get a challenger ticket. In Joe's run, he fought with a Weedle, Bellsprout, and a Buttlebee with early game fodder, but there was a fourth trainer that was almost 10 levels above him when he was taking on the challenge. This is where things get a bit spicy. You can also sneak up on trainers during this challenge, but they can also do the same to you. And if they catch you off guard, they can completely wipe your team. That is a huge change from the old walk into my line of sight formula. I think it's pretty cool. My personal take is this feels more immersive and unpredictable. So imagine competitive style setups in the game where ambush tactics kind of really matter. That is a strategy game changer. There was also a new battle system. This is where action meets strategy. The battle system in ZA ditches the turn-by-turn menus for real-time combat. You can send out your Pokemon whenever you want, and each of their 4 moves is mapped directly to a controller button. No scrolling through menus, just instant input. Moves have cooldowns, so you can spam attacks briefly but risk leaving yourself open. Here's the kicker. Your Pokemon actually follows you in real time, with some moves requiring close range and others being able to fire from a distance. My personal take on this is that it feels like Pokemon, like the anime, is finally becoming playable, or at least they're kind of going off of what Arceus kind of enacted, and they are increasing that and making it more viable. It's not just a menu navigator, you're actually an active participant through battling, which I think is super cool. And your positioning, your timing, and your survival instincts are going to really matter here. So it's a reward skill and strategy that's going to reward your skill, not just your strategy, and also just not level grinding, which I think is cool. The next thing are hold items. Hold items are going to be back here. Unlike Legends Arceus, though, ZA is going to bring back hold items, which opens up a ton of strategic depth. The demo only showed berries, but we know that there's going to be some competitive staples like choice specs and leftovers that may show up. The meta is definitely going to take a good twist here as compared to Arceus, where it was more tame. This single decision is going to end up bridging the gap between competitive battling and the Legends gameplay loop. So I think it's pretty genius to kind of bring back something that we all wanted when we were playing through Arceus, which totally makes sense. The next thing was Rogue Mega Evolution Battle. This was an Absol showdown. So the second part of the demo was the Rogue Mega Evolution Battle, where you chase a Zygarde in its 10% form through Lumiose City, until it ends up leading you to a rooftop showdown with a Mega Evolving Absol. This wasn't a standard battle. Absol was actively targeting you, the trainer, more than your Pokemon. You had to dodge, protect, and attack strategically while gathering energy orbs to charge your own Mega Gauge. Very similar to Arceus when you were taking on the specific Pokemon at the sections, like the main Lord Pokemon in that game. Again, this really feels like Arceus and those noble Pokemon fights, but it's kind of like on steroids a bit. The pacing, the danger, and the sheer hype of chasing a Mega Evolving Pokemon through the city feels like an anime climax, and honestly, I'm here for it. I think it's pretty cool. Of course, we gotta talk about Lumiose City itself and what Joe was able to kind of take note here. First off, Lumiose City is alive and beautiful. Joe described Lumiose City as looking divine, which I think is pretty cool. It's exactly how fans imagine. Smooth performance, gorgeous visuals, and a city that feels alive, especially on Switch 2. If this is running this well already, I'm confident ZA is going to be one of the best looking Pokemon games we've ever had. And if you need more proof, then you can go play Scarlet and Violet right now on Switch 2 and just think of they took that up to the next level. They brought Arceus over, which I'm pretty hyped, and I'm excited to see what ends up being the final product. My final thoughts. Pokemon Legends ZA feels like a genuine evolution of Legends formula. Real-time combat, trainer ambush mechanics, hold items, and epic rogue mega evolution battles could set a new bar for Pokemon gameplay. Switch 2 power behind it, this could be the most ambitious Pokemon title yet. Massive thank you again to Joe Merrick and Serebii for providing this early look, and if you want to stay ahead of all things Pokemon ZA, stick around right here at the Game Looters because we're going to be covering the game as more things end up coming out as we lead up to launch. Alright my friends, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.